All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Baruch HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad. This is the brother Barazal here with a lesson, and Lord willing is edifying. All right, and the title of this lesson will be "The War Drums Are Beating." Pretty much going into the rising, conflict between the USA and Iran, going into, more wars, more rumors of wars. And we understand that this directly aligns with biblical prophecy because we know that World War III will happen and World War III will eventually lead to the destruction of America. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to get into it, read this article, and it says, Trump wants Iran to make nuclear deal or next attack will be far worse. So you can clearly see that, this man Trump is coming with that wrath, being that cruel Lord that goes into Isaiah, the 19th chapter, which actually, let's get that real quick. It's the book of Isaiah 19:4. It says, and the Egyptians, which the modern day Egyptian goes into the American, of course. Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And we believe this to be Donald Trump, which of course we know that, he's being manipulated, puppeteered by the elites. But, we know that he's going to be that face. We also believe he's Nero, Nero coming back. So we can clearly see that, Trump could very well be the one that leads America to destruction. You see? And he's definitely moving, like, like he'll be the one to do it. So this is, the article, reading again, Reuters.com. Trump warns Iran to make nuclear deal. The next attack will be far worse. And it reads, U.S. President Donald Trump urged Iran on Wednesday to come to the table and make a deal on nuclear weapons or the next U.S. attack will be far worse. Tehran responded with a threat to strike back against the United States, Israel, and those who support them. Hopefully, Iran will quickly come to the table and negotiate a fair and equitable deal. No nuclear weapons, one that is good for all parties. Time is running out. It is truly of the essence, Trump wrote on social media. So, this man Trump is looking to come with that great wrath, trying to come up with a deal with, Iran, and we know that the U.S. is against Iran having nuclear weapons. Which pretty much gives, which if Iran don't have nuclear weapons, they're pretty much defenseless, because we know that that nuclear weapons are pretty much, the ultimate weapons of destruction, that really the world has, It says amid a build-up of U.S. forces in the Middle East, the Republican president who pulled out of World Power's 2015 nuclear deal with Tehran during his first White House term noted that his last warning to Iran was followed by a military strike in June. The next attack will be far worse. Don't make that happen again, Trump wrote. He repeated that a U.S. armada was headed toward the Islamic Republic. And then this is the response from Iran. It says any military action from the United States will result in Iran targeting the U.S., Israel, and those who support it, going into the small hats. And Ali Shamkhani, an advisor to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said in a post on X on Wednesday. And it says Iran Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi warned on X that Iran's armed forces are prepared with their fingers on trigger to immediately and powerfully respond to any aggression. So, pretty much Iran is coming with it. And we also know who is back in Iran. Well, of course, you have Russia. So, best believe that, if the U.S. does take action, Russia is eventually going to have to step in, which we can get Isaiah 13:17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." And we know that the Medes is going into Russia, because of course, Russia currently occupies that land of the Medes. Verse 18, it says, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." And how was that? When of course, when Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire. And, that's going to happen all over again, but, in a greater destruction, going into the second death. Verse 20, it says, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." Yeah, so it's going to be a completely a deserted area, a wasteland, going into America, Babylon the Great. Nobody's going to dwell there. It's going to be a place for, desert creatures and, things of that nature, right? On verse 21, it says, "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there." Yeah, so this place is going to be completely uninhabited, a desert. Wild desert creatures is going to roam it. And that's going to be the, pretty much the result of Babylon the Great, after those missiles hit. And that fire is also going to burn for a long, long time, man. You see? Let's see if there's anything else on this article. It says, at the same time, Arachi added, Iran has always welcomed a mutually beneficial, fair, and equitable nuclear deal on equal footing in free, calm coercion, threats, and intimidation, which ensure Iran's rights to peaceful nuclear technology and guarantees no nuclear weapons. Arachi said earlier he had not been in contact with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff in recent days or requested negotiations, state media reported on Wednesday. Trump said a U.S. naval force headed by the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln was approaching Iran. Two U.S. officials told Reuters on Monday the Lincoln and supporting warships had arrived in the Middle East. The warships started moving from the Asia-Pacific region last week as U.S.-Iranian tensions soared following a bloody crackdown on protests across Iran by its clerical authorities in recent weeks. So there you go. And you can definitely tell that we in those times that, Yahushua was prophesying of, before he make his return in Matthew the 24th chapter. And it reads Matthew 24:3, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" And we're currently seeing it. We at those end times. Verse 4, "And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars." All right, Salakia. Matthew 24:6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So there you go. So currently we at the stage of the wars and rumors of wars, and we understand that it's eventually going to escalate until, it's fully nuclear conflict. We understand that the nation, the land of Israel is going to be destroyed, as well as Babylon the Great. So that's going to be the result of the wars and the rumors of wars. All right, but that'll do it with the lesson. And Lord willing, it was edifying. So with that, I'd like to give all the honor and praise and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom.